Hello Leo, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 9th to the 15th of October, so let's dive into it. Let's see what's going on for you. Alright, just an oracle card please for Leo for this week. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go for, which tarot deck do I want to use? Maybe we'll go with this one. This is the Golden Art Nevea. Alright. I'm going to pull your cards out first, then we'll talk about it, okay? So you might want to skip this part. Let's see. We do have a card that just came out, but I'm not ready. But it's a Three of Wands. So some of you, there might be already a message coming through about you waiting for some sort of news. We have Judgment there as I stop shuffling. So some of you might actually get some sort of closure. You might get some sort of good news that will come in for you. But hold your horses, Leo. Let's see. Alright, Spirit, let's tune into Leo's energy, please. There is something significant around like an elephant. Whether it's like a statue that you guys have for a specific reason. Just split the deck for you guys. Or whether it's just a spirit totem that you guys have, like a spirit animal. In my animal oracle deck, what the elephant means is like you're learning from the past. So that could be a significant message for some of you as well. Alright? Let's dive in. I have the deck down here, ready to take from the top of it, okay? And I have a different spread this time, so I just want to play around with it. So let's see. For Leo, please, Spirit. Okay. And let's see, bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. So there might be something to celebrate this week, and there definitely is some something to do with maybe friendship with Three of Cups, but it can also be family. It's people we're close with that we're celebrating with and enjoying the company of within this week. But let me just tune in for you guys. Actually, I'm also gonna get, sorry. I'm a mess this week when it comes down to how I want to pull the cards out, but I'm sure you guys are fine. All right, let's get a keyword for Leo for this week, please. For Leo. Beautiful energy. Your keyword for the week. Hello? Why did it do that? I hope you guys are fine. I don't want to restart your reading. You have abundance. I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So I do kind of feel like there is some sort of ascension just because of your oracle cards here. Leo, you guys are known to rule the heart space. You have a big, bold heart here. So some of you could be coming into a relationship with somebody. Some of you could be this woman holding a heart, take it however it resonates to you. This is about being in that very nurturing energy, and potential for love is coming up for some of you, especially if you've been worried about it. But the temple path coming through, some of you this could be in terms of a marriage, or maybe you're attending a marriage this week. But the temple path is you kind of opening a heart space up, and maybe you are tapping a bit more into your intuitive gifts. I see this temple path as almost like some sort of like spiritual awakening for some reason. I'm seeing it as you going to a really solid place spiritually, and this may be where you find yourself being more intuitive within this week. Maybe you are going to some sort of retreat or feeling called towards some sort of retreat, and this would be your confirmation, Leo. I feel like there's something about your heart space. Maybe some of you might be getting like what do you call it? Like maybe you guys are speaking to some sort of teacher or mentor to heal your heart. Maybe this is a place that you're focusing on. All right, some of you, if it is health related, then maybe we might need to check on it, and that would be the best thing for you. But like this is very significant around the heart space for you guys within this week. But I'll go through and I will clarify all of this for you. Not with, I will use this deck, but remind me to cover the nudes. Otherwise YouTube will not be happy with me. Okay, so going into your reading, with that all being said, and we will relate to it whenever it comes up here. In your past energy, you do have the Page of Cups. And when the Page of Cups comes through, it does speak about immature emotions. Could be coming through as something happened in the past in terms of like an apology maybe. But let's clarify what this is. Some of you could be healing that inner child, and that may be the heart space that we might need to focus on this week. Let's clarify this Page of Cups in the past, please. Ace of Cups. We do have the so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm disappointed in myself. We do have the Tower card there, which is about separations and falling out. Some of you may have like found something out in the past And this has helped you when it comes down to your growth, when it comes down to self-love. This is really good because this does speak of an abundance. This is an abundance of love, an abundance of peace. All right. But it feels like you found that from a really devastating place, very Scorpio destruction energy with the Tower card. And it does speak of divine intervention. So some of you may have like figured something out. You know, the truth came to light in some degree. And this sometimes means to me like an emotional message, something that comes in that really triggers your emotions. So maybe some of you found out from somebody else, or somebody came clean in a situation. All right. This is a very babyish. Why does this keep happening? Why is my phone doing that? Apologies to you, Leo. I hope you guys can still hear me though. But what I was just saying was that it felt like a babyish energy. All right, Cancerian energy, must say, but this is kind of feeling like maybe somebody wanted to be babied by whatever news they gave you, and I don't think that you were really wanting to give to that. All right, but anyways, it did teach us the Ace of Cups here. It taught you about love, what true love looks like, what an abundance of love looks like. And for some of you, you learned a very big lesson when it comes down to your heart space. I am picking up that your heart has been really broken in the past, but I do believe this has helped you gain some sort of like awareness, some sort of awakening when it comes down to your kind of love, the way that you love and what you deserve moving forward. So this is the first step when it comes down to the Ace of Cups, is giving that to yourself. All right, something came as a surprise to you, but it has taught you something when it comes down to love, relationships, even if it's parental, all right, or friendships. Like you recognized what you deserve based on what happened and whatever news you found out. Let's just get one more for the past, for Leo. Seven of Pentacles, something that you was working on. Someone who maybe you were helping at times with this Seven of Pentacles. This represents like hard work and efforts. Maybe it was a business that you were working on or whatever. I'm feeling like it's more to do with your relationships though. But it may have been a disappointment on something that you were working on for a long time, or someone that you knew for a long time, or something that you were building on. That's what Seven of Pentacles is about. All right. Something that you really fought the corner of. You know, this is somebody who you defended a lot, someone who you protected in some way, okay? And it felt very like abandonment. And I feel like some of you are recognizing that actually this person held you back, Leo, because on the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. What this is showing to me is almost like your potential and what you're stepping into now, which we will talk about it. But you're really recognizing that maybe you helping this person, because maybe they were left out in a cold by others and they wanted, you know, you wanted to be different or whatever. The Five of Pentacles is coming to me as like you ended up being left out in the cold and abandoned by life too, because being around this person kind of brought that energy in. Or again, some of you, I'm picking up a vibe, if this was a past relationship or even a parent or whatever, like, or a sibling, whoever this is, I don't know. But what I do know is a situation from what I can see, of course, and it does feel like maybe you parented this person. So like they put themselves in a position of being that kind of child, or, you know, naive and I don't know anything. I feel like they betrayed you in some way though, or they dragged you back, dragged you down. And then have a King of Cups. I feel like you taught them a lot. That's one thing. Or again, like they looked up to you in some way. But I kind of feel like this person never really grew. So some of you, I mean, maybe what you found out was more about the fact that they were dragging you down than it was anything else. Some of you. All right, let's move on. In your present energy, we have the Six of Pentacles. So this says a few things to me. Six of Pentacles really does say here that, Leo, you might be super charitable at this time, but you are quite a charitable person. Again, I am seeing you as someone whose heart is really important. You know, you have a very big heart, as I've been saying this entire reading this week. I don't know why they're bringing that up, but Six of Pentacles is really about like being cautious and careful about who it is that you're helping. You are a very giving person, but I do believe a big lesson that you have learned through this experience, and something that you are kind of adjusting to, is who to help and who not to help, like who actually deserves that. And of course there comes a phrase in my head where it says, you know, you can only help people who want to be helped. You can only help people, you can only change people who want to change, etc. You know, and it felt like this past person maybe didn't want to come out of this victim mindset or whatever mindset. that they were in, where you were trying to help and they were taking it but not doing much with it. So Six of Pentacles, this says a few things to me, as I was saying. Again, charitable stuff coming through. We're learning the balance and making sure that what we're giving is good. I am picking up a bit about boundaries here, personal boundaries. You guys may do a lot in terms of work. Some of you could be doctors, nurses. You guys could help people for a living, or it's just something you like to do in your free time, whatever it is, or maybe it's your family, whatever. A big part of what you do on a daily basis is to do with helping others. But again, we have to make sure we have a good balance with this. Not only are we, again, it says to do with that Ace of Cups, we can't give from an empty cup, and we can't keep giving to somebody who's determined on you emptying a cup, whether it is intentional or not. I don't think that of course will speak a lot about the person, but when it comes down to you, it is really just about, okay, like, you need to have your boundaries. If you can't give to somebody, then that's okay to say no. If that person is taking that in a very strange way, then it says a lot about them, okay? Because if they were struggling, they would understand if you were struggling too and wouldn't want it, you know, like a good person at least. So pay attention to who your friends are, pay attention to who you're giving energy to. I do see that some of you are pulling back on one person in particular. All right, it could be different from this person. I think maybe some of you may have already pulled away from that person. So if there is someone in your life still, or again, you're just choosing to give your energy less to something. Now, Six of Pentacles also speaks about, so whether this is advice or what you're already doing, is your daily routines. This is, again, about what you're giving your time and energy to, and making sure that it's something that gives back. This is about mutual exchange and a balanced exchange, giving to things that will give back to you eventually, okay? So pay attention to what you're investing your time, energy, and emotions into, all right, and adjust it where necessary. But let's just clarify this for you. We have the Wheel of Fortune. For some of you, if you've already been working on something, it does feel like there is a blessing coming your way. For a lot of you, it's because of this new adjustment, the wheel is now turning in your favor. So again, like, it's because of what you're doing now that you are going to see a very big blessing. Two of Swords, interesting. It does feel like there is a big decision coming up, or maybe already in your energy. Two of Swords is about kind of some sort of sacrifice coming through here. Or again, it could be about closing yourself off to certain people or situations. Can I just see what this Two of Swords is about, please, for Leo? Two of Swords. What is this decision for Leo? We have an air sign energy. This could be potentially what we're pulling away from. I feel like you're giving less and less time. Maybe you're easing yourself out of it, or for some of you, you are having to make a very cold decision to pull back from somebody who is being represented by all of this. Devil, Three of Swords, Ten of Swords, toxic, you know, whatever this is heartbreaking. With the Three of Swords, whatever this is toxic. We have chains here. Someone who, you know, is stuck in a loop of bad habits. It's what it feels like, addictions, or maybe they're just energy, their way of thinking. Is that devil energy? You are putting an end to this, and I think that's a big decision that you're having to make here. You are becoming more disciplined. You're showing up as a King of Swords, unless you're dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or somebody who is super cold, attached. I'm picking up that this is your energy and something that you are going to stand by your decision here to end something or pull away completely from something eventually, okay? All right. In terms of a possible blockage or challenge this week, we do the Two of Wands, and this is good because, well, I say it's good. I see your future being good, so don't worry about it. But what you might be blocked about is to do with your future, Leo. Some of you might not be very certain about what it is that you want. You know that you want to kind of grow from your situation. You kind of feel like you've achieved something. You've reached a peak in something. You're wanting something new. You're wanting new experiences. You're wanting new environments, etc., etc. This is a good energy to be in. But it just feels like maybe you don't have the answer right now. Maybe you don't have the confidence right now, but you do have the Ace of Wands clarifying it. Some of you might not feel like you have the energy. Some of you might not feel like you have the motivation, and that's okay. Like, I kind of feel like, at least in my experience, or some of you, it is just a lack of confidence and feeling stuck and feeling trapped. Some of you might just need to start planning, and that could help. But if you really are quite lost, then take your time with that, because I find that in situations where I felt like this, it was because I didn't have something in front of me that was an option for me. So I just felt like it was not the right time. But for some of you, because we have the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck, for some of you, it could feel like more of the case that you might be making excuses, but again, take it however it is. You feel stuck, and there might be reasons why you feel stuck, whatever they may be. But the Eight of Swords is just a reminder that that is just an illusion. Of course, there may be some responsibilities you have to deal with. Like I always say that she thinks she's stuck, but I mean, she does have swords surrounding her, but if she actually looked, she can find a way out, and it's just behind her here. So it is about understanding that there is always a solution. I always say that. But we just have to really be open to seeing solutions, and when it comes, when the right time comes, and to get out your head a bit. And maybe for some of you, what you need to hear is like, instead of worrying so much about what your future holds and the fact that you don't have any energy to think about it or to pursue something, is to rather than don't think about the future too much. Maybe it's more about putting something into motion or just doing, again, focusing on your daily routines, and the right moment will come when you get more clarity. But maybe it's your current situation might be making you have more time to be up in your head. So maybe it's a good opportunity to be busy. All right, or again, it could be that influence around you that could be making you feel a little bit slumped or not have the energy. So when we come out of our head, when we see things clearly, then we'll be able to plan, Leo. That's what the Three of Pentacles is about, and build. Okay. Okay, well, in terms of, and I like to put these cards back in a deck whilst we're doing the clarifiers. All right, in terms of, which one is this? Future position. We have the Fool card. So again, you guys are going to be on a new beginning. This is a new journey. Some of you, it could represent some sort of travel. Definitely a risk-taking vibe. It is very lovely energy to be in. It feels good to me. Let's clarify what this is for Leo in the near future. Ten of Pentacles. Well, there you go. You're going to go after it. That's good. Sorry, I'm not speaking properly. For a lot of you, it is to do with your work and finances, something that you have been quite worried about. This kind of feels like the difference, though, between, I feel like there is something stressing you out. We are seeing that this to do with your relationships, because in the position of your relationships, you do with that Nine of Swords there. So there are worries, there are stresses. You are overthinking maybe the future of a situation or the past and what happened. Like you might be replaying a lot of things like that. A lot of scenarios in your head, whether it's happened or not. I feel like it could be a mixture of both. But it feels like when, again, I think it's disturbing your energy, Leo, if I'm going to be honest with you. So what they're wanting you to do is focus on your legacy. The right person and the right people will fit into that perfectly because it's divine. All right, don't go forcing anything. And I think in the near future, you are going to finally take a leap. It feels like you're choosing yourself, Leo, is the biggest thing that's coming through. What you want is a loyal companion. Some of you may have dogs and pets here, as you can see. But it's about loyalty that you're really, really craving. You're craving loyalty. You're craving a legacy with somebody, or people. You know, you're just wanting something long term. But what you're taking a leap of faith into is that Ten of Pentacles. Some of you might be diving into a work. I do feel like that's going to help you kind of not think so much. I would never normally say to don't think about it and to move and to just keep yourself busy. But in cases like this, it just feels like what the situation is something that you actually can't really control. You know, so in which case you can think about it forever if you really wanted to and have the time to do so. But if we kept our brain active in other things that are beneficial to you, Eight of Pentacles is about building skills, hobbies. It could be your work. It could be your finances. You're focusing towards a goal and you're working towards it. Nine of Swords is being so lost in your train of thought that it becomes a nightmare and you feel like you're in a nightmare and everything is stuck. But it feels like you're breaking free from that with that Fool card energy and the Ten of Pentacles. And you are walking towards that legacy. You're going to be jumping into it. All right, diving into it. Let's just get one more for the near future for Leo. Like it just felt like a sudden, like a relaxed energy. And I feel like that's something that they're wanting you to know is like, just relax. Like when you realize it's not all on you to change the world, change your life, change things, you know, I think you just need to relax. Like sink back into the present moment a bit, you know. Clarify one more time, please, for near future. High Priestess. For some of you, it really is about tapping into your intuition a lot more. Some of you, you could be a healer of some kind or in a occult of some kind here with the High Priestess. But this is about balancing your energy, tapping into maybe the Akashic records. Could be beneficial. Some of you, I actually feel like you're recognizing some sort of pattern, and this might be helping you actually from help you to take a leap of faith. because the High Priestess is with the Devil and a Three of Swords here. So it's some sort of enlightenment that you're gaining, some sort of intuition that you're gaining is going to pull you away from a very toxic energy, or even your own toxic energy. We'll have it, shadow work, whatever. Something that causes us to go for things that are comfortable, things that are limited, out of fear, you know, or addictions or coping mechanisms that are not so good for us. This is what you're cutting away from, because you know better. And also in the future, I would just say with the High Priestess, I think you're becoming more reserved is one thing I want to say, which is good. I actually think this is beneficial too, because again, I feel like people have kind of taken advantage of what you had to give, and your time and your energy and your resources. That's finances as well for some of you. So I really believe either some advices or something you're already going to be doing is to kind of like not really expose the abundance that is coming into your life. The abundance that you know you're walking into, the abundance that you have as a goal, is to be quite silent about it, about your plans. So Leo, in terms of what you can't see right now, we do have that Five of Pentacles. That is that limited mindset. That is that kind of feeling left out in the cold. This could be somebody else's feelings, okay? But let's just clarify what this is. What can Leo not see right now? The Five of Pentacles. Oh, that flipped upside down as well. This is usually a card of rejection. The fact it's in the upside down. Maybe this is still this person's energy. Let's just get one more. Seven of Pentacles. That might be the same energy. Six of Pentacles being there as well. So Four of Cups in reverse with that Five of Pentacles. Maybe this is you no longer rejecting things that are good for you, because usually in this card it is kind of just living up in our fancy, and so much that we're not actually taking the opportunities that we have in front of us, the ones that could be quite good. It is usually about rejecting things because it doesn't look like the way we want it to. Because this is in reverse, it's likely that maybe you're coming out of that. You're coming out of this Five of Pentacles energy that we had in your past position. Maybe you were stuck in a cycle with somebody again, where you were kind of just content and complacent with life. And this is where you're kind of changing it and breaking free from whatever this is. Even if it's like for some of you, I am picking up on maybe again like generational trauma. So if you, for example, have a family who went through struggle, then that's been passed on to you. So now you live, even if you're not struggling, you live in a mindset of struggle, because it's what was embedded in you and taught to you, or what you witnessed your parents' family going through. Same could be in relationships. Maybe you settled for less in relationships without realizing it, because you just didn't see anything bigger or better, you know? Felt like it wasn't realistic, it wasn't real. Like, I feel like what's happening here is that you're kind of breaking free from this wounded vibe. Five of Pentacles, a victim mindset. The Four of Cups in reverse is good in the sense that you're no longer sitting complacent. It feels like though if there was another person involved, you're the one that's growing. And I am just hearing as I'm saying that, like, don't expect other people to be at the same level you are. And some of you may be trying to pull other people with you that just aren't made to go with you. And that can be quite hard. And maybe that's something that you can't see right now. It's also being clarified by Seven of Pentacles. So a lot of Pentacles coming up for you, which is good in terms of finances. Seven of Pentacles says, in this case, it's a lot of work. And I think if you are already doing this, then you already know that. Seven of Pentacles can be quite tough because you're putting a lot of effort towards it and maybe not seeing a lot of results straight away. But this says keep consistent with it. All right. Maybe we have to reassess something. Maybe we have to kind of change the way that we're doing something. But if you're focusing on your legacy, if you're focusing on a goal, sometimes it's the people around us we have to think about if they're blocking us. It might be the mindsets. It might be the environment that you're in. Just like a plant. If you imagine yourself as a plant, or your goal is a plant, like, is it in the best environment? Is it being nurtured the right way that it needs, specifically to whatever this is that you're trying to work towards, even if it's just your future and path? But the good thing is you're actually getting up and doing something about it. So that's great. All right. So in terms of your love and relationships, and that could be from anything to do with family, to do with relationships, to do with friends, colleagues, whatever. It's to do with your relationships with people. You do have that Nine of Swords. I am just going to clarify this a little bit for you. This is a card of anxiety. This is a card of worries, fears, nightmares, sleepless nights. There's something that you are kind of anxious about or paranoid or overthinking. Let's clarify this. Sorry, my eye just got itchy. All right, for the Nine of Swords, please, for Leo's relationships. Okay, what's the fear? The fear is the fear. That's just it. The fear is the fear. Can you clarify this energy, please? Because what's coming through is the Six of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Again, coming up. This future, this legacy, what you're wanting and desiring. You want to have a lot of people around you, Leo. Maybe you're fearful that you won't have that, or that you're letting go of something. Some of you, in terms of your family, so sorry. In terms of your family, like what you're wanting is a certain goal and you want people to be a part of it. Maybe you're fearful that people won't be a part of it. Maybe what you're doing is going against certain people, and maybe you're scared that they won't accept you for whatever this is. What is this Nine of Swords, please? Maybe there are some deep fears that you're not going to have that kind of dream or goal when it comes down to relationships. Maybe you're feeling like it's not possible. Because what you're desiring, or maybe what's already happening, maybe something you can't see, is that you do have a lot of people around you who support you. Or maybe this is, again, something that you desire, is to have a lot of people who support you and who see you for who you are, as successful, as someone who has done something really good. You've won something. This is a victory card. You've overcame some sort of battle. In Ten of Pentacles, some of you really do want your family to be in a similar way. I think you really are a person who wants to help, maybe give to your family. But there is some fears here, some anxieties. I will dive into it in a second. It's quite heavy. Let's see. Nine of Swords, please. What is the fear for Leo? Like, truly the fear spirit. The Five of Pentacles. Now, on the past energy coming through again here, the Page of Cups. I think what you're worried about is that things are going to repeat themselves. That's what it feels like. Or that you're going to stay in the same position that you are with the people that you love. Abandonment. Feeling at a loss, at a lack, maybe attracting the wrong people, maybe, again, family not changing or people not changing when you want them to. This is a long reading. I'm sorry. I'm taking my time. I actually have others to do as well. Sorry, Leo. Just for you. All right. I'm not going to do this long for everyone else, but it's been going a certain way. So I hope you enjoy. I will try and pick up the pace, but it does feel like it's to do with you're scared of being at a lack. And considering this is not the first time that we've had this card showing up for you, Leo, you're scared about returning to a place you've been at and struggled in. You're scared about repeating cycles. You're scared about this abandonment energy, this in need for support and help energy, whether it's financial, emotional, or whatever. You are fearful. You're feeling like it's all in your control. We have the Emperor here. I would say that we might need to, again, just not take on the responsibility of others. I can speak from my experience and say that when I changed myself and I understood my parents for who they were, they changed. And I'm not joking. Maybe not maybe not one. But when they're inspired by you, when they truly, truly love you and they're capable of changing with themselves, then they will. But if they don't, it's not your responsibility. All right, just remember that. And again, I can't speak for very toxic situations because, again, it is just a general reading, so apply it however it is. But it does feel like you have to create a bit of a distance from people who might be interrupting what you're trying to build for yourself, okay? Now, in terms of some advice for you, Six of Cups, giving to things that give back to you emotionally. Six of Cups is nostalgia. I'm picking up heavily on family or siblings here. But your advice is to Five of Pentacles coming again. It might be to kind of look at something differently when it comes down to your past, okay, and where you felt abandoned. Some of you, this is what's helping you to kind of like heal your heart space. I'm gonna be very honest with you because I do see that happening. This temple path really feels like a part of your life and a part of your purpose was to grow from what you went through. That's what I'm picking up on. Yeah, Three of Cups. Again, could be some celebration and where you might be meeting up with people who, not that they hurt you, but I feel like there might be a bit of a reunion coming through where you can connect with these people. Yeah, it is a reunion. Page of Cups. There is a surprising message coming through though in the future as well. Let's see what this is. Feels like it's a celebration, but it is to do with some of the past coming through. Maybe you're hearing about somebody who you experienced something with, whether it's love, relationships, familial, I don't know. But you are going to be hearing or seeing someone who might be visiting to travel to you, or you might be traveling to them. But as we have that Hanged Man and we have this Justice card now, I do see that you're going to see something in a balanced way. You're not excusing anyone's behavior. That's not what I'm saying. What you are trying to understand is the fact that people are very different to you. It doesn't mean you have to engage with them. Doesn't mean that you have to, but it's something that helps you to heal deep down by removing that kind of, that's what they're saying, removing the energy. Please don't come at me in the comments. I know some of you have been through some crap, and I'm not, if this doesn't relate to you and it's not advice you feel resonates with you as well, then that's okay. Please understand I'm not speaking for everybody, especially if it doesn't resonate with you, okay? All right, in terms of your opportunity within this week is Temperance. And there is an opportunity to reconcile with someone. This, again, feels very familial. But there is an opportunity to balance yourself, to reconcile if you want to, but in most cases to finally create some sort of balance within yourself here before you continue to take this leap of faith here. I think you are kind of closing cycles. All right, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. There's that truth bomb with that Ace of Swords. There is some communication, there is some clarity coming through. You are seeing someone for who they are. King of Pentacles reversed is someone who might be the reverse of the King of Pentacles. So someone who's a bit unstable, portrayed themselves to be a certain way. They are mature, I will say, like they seem maturer now, but I would say they're not stable. And Queen of Wands, this may be someone who really does look up to you in some regard. This will be you, Leo, because you are a fire sign, Queen of Wands. You're reconciling this, but not from a place of let's be together, or, you know, like let's be best friends. Like that's not what it is. You're actually understanding, and this is why your heart is so big. It takes a lot to kind of understand someone, not to forgive, but in a case of you moving forward and you moving on, you are closing a cycle out properly, Leo. Regardless of what you say or do, like it just feels like the way that you're looking at this situation is super spiritual, super not to say you're not spiritual if you don't do that, but it means in the sense that you're really ending the chapter so that there is no new chapter, there is no bad blood after this. We have didn't even see this, we have Archangel Gabriel here, 5th chakra. This is all about your truth, clearing things up. All right, let's get you some tea leaf tarot. In the past, feels like there may have been trouble and accusations to do with an older man here. We have this, someone may have had some hidden secrets. We have some good luck coming in for you guys. We did have that, some blessings coming in for you because of the situation is what it feels like. And yeah, it's true. Dolphin, financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. And let's just get one more. Woo. Interesting. Not, again, unsuccessful plans. It kind of feels like it's to do with that person. Again, trying to change or trying to help or trying to whatever. That's the unsuccessful plan. Again, you have compliments from an admirer here. It's an interesting situation because I'm not picking up on anything like completely bitter, and maybe that's just not your situation if it doesn't resonate like that. But what I'm feeling energetically is like this is quite a hard thing to kind of let go of. Not because, I think it's just because your heart is so big and that you kind of wanted to see this differently, wanted to help and wanted to fix or wanted to see it in a loving place. And I think what you're understanding is that it's very loving to actually just choose yourself in a situation. You are kind of confronting it, which is very good. But you're not confronting it in a way that you're kind of fixing somebody or fixing a situation. You're just letting it be and being comfortable with setting that boundary for a lot of you. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you, Leo. You have an exceptionally long reading, like the longest I've done in a while. So, I wish you guys all the best. I hope to help in some way. I send you my love. I hope you enjoy my kind of Halloween decorations. And let me know down below if this resonated. And I hope to see you guys next time. All right.